Hey, Drunk David here for the Chainsaw Man review. I am fucking trash throughout this entire thing, so
Hmm.
enjoy a
Hmm.
train wreck of a review.
It's
And
true.
now,
He's
on
not
to it.
like dumb, like he's just kind of like less civil. So it's pretty entertaining, but also like there's a lot of points where he keeps interrupting me, and I'm like, David, if you don't stop interrupting me, I'll fucking kill you.
Have
And then he
fun
does
with
this
one.
weird joke for like half the video that I don't catch on to because I'm like, what are you talking about, David? And then after the fact, he's like, oh, I was fucking around. I'm like, David. But anyway, enjoy. Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. So, Red, you told me, and this is canon now, you have fapped to a color page.
Not yet. I said I'm considering it because when the canon is so good that you don't even need hentai. Like, okay, I'll get to my other joke later, but like, yeah, we'll start with this color page. Listen, everybody. You have to understand. There's a certain time period of manga reading when you are into a new manga that's like 40 chapters or less. I understand this is over 40 chapters. You know, it's in that new period of time, right? Where, and if it happens to be this good and have so many best girls, you're in this weird middle zone of like, it's so good, but there's no hentai of it yet. And then the author just comes and blesses you with this gift from God. Like, descends from heaven with this color spread. I can't even tell you. Like, I want to print that shit. Like, you know how in 90s movies, like teenage rooms would always have like a Playboy poster in the back to like signify this is a teenage boy. This is what I want. I want this hung on my wall. It's fucking gorgeous, and I like genuinely love it.
That's it. That's the review. I'm done.
That's it. That's the tweet. Okay. What about you, Mr. Horny? You're the one that's like so into Makima that you like fucking you can't stand it.
Oh, okay. Like, god damn, dude. On what planet do you have so much wholesome, and then you got this dude just like casually dropping this? Like, you know what? Here, have some borderline hentai with your manga.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fucking thing. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And not even hentai though. This is tasteful lewds, brother. It's
This
like
is
that shit that
tasteful
Ryan
lewd.
draws.
You know, shout out to Retro Ryan.
Yeah, as if he needs a shout out. Although we are becoming legitimate. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Check out Retro. If you somehow have heard of us and not Retro Rhino, the man's trying to animate the final Bleach arc. Look him up. I voice Shinji. But, here's the thing.
Shit.
Like, just generic lewd girls is not the only thing that matters here. The reason it's so amazing is because we actually love these characters. You know, he's made us fall in love with these characters, you know? Crazy fucking Makima and Russian spy Ariza over here.
Yeah, 1 second, we'll get to that. Here, I want you to edit this up here. So I posted on my Instagram last chapter, and so I've been having this conversation, but just a simple tag Chainsaw Man. So I'm going to DM this to you on Facebook. But yeah, this guy and I kind of called this the last few videos. So shout out to this EdsWo5 on Instagram. Because yeah, fucking this Reze, however you want to say her name.
Dispose of the body. Yeah, you really did call that.
Yeah, I'm like, this bitch is in bad, and
well, but here's the thing. I don't think it's. I have many theories on this. I don't think it's necessarily confirmed that she's a bad guy. She's just talented.
She's not the bad guy.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. Well, first of all, I've been waiting to play this for a while, so I'm gonna just do it really quick.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, Comrade Rize is here to fight for communism in Japan. It's not cool. Brother. Denji, you allow capitalism to exploit you, Denji.
Oh, geez.
Only in capitalist system would they force you to fight demon and never give you school. We fix this in communism, I promise.
What the fuck is going on?
In Soviet Russia, all first dates involve skinny dipping and seizing the means of production. So listen.
Like, seriously, I was broken at the very beginning of this
Russian
discussion.
spy Ariza. Let's talk about it. Okay, so first things first. I want to say my theory on Ariza immediately, and that is my hope again, because I'm desperately clinging on to the fact that she's a good guy.
Rize is
no. I want to get my theory first, bitch, because otherwise you might accidentally say mine before I say it. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that she's like a genuine freedom fighter, like an anti-government, like anarchist. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Red.
What's up?
Red. You don't control the thought process, my dude. Everybody can have different thoughts, and everybody can have similar thoughts. That's the glory of the brain. Yeah, but I kind of get the freedom fight.
Hold on, David. Fucking relax. I was just making a joke, and I was just saying I wanted to say mine first in case that you were saying what you know what I mean. Just like
I know. Chill, my dude. I almost said the other thing. But no, like, I get the freedom fighter vibe.
I just think, like, because that actually gets me kind of hyped, right? Like, I like the idea of her being someone that's like against the like way the government runs things. Like, she's gonna point out the corruption in like the public demon hunter sphere. Maybe like point out some more of the horrible shit Makima's done. You know what I mean? And then like, because like, I like the idea that she's not just luring him into a trap, but genuinely is, because at the end she's like, listen, be free, come with me, you don't let them exploit you. I love that idea. I think that'd be very interesting.
Play Pure Imagination from the Willy Wonka soundtrack there.
Come with me, comrade, to a land of pure. Nothing rhymes with fucking. I wanted to say like. No, I can't think of anything. Something Russian that like fits with imagination, with like the syllables, and it kind of rhymes.
You had a great train of thought and you ruined it.
Well, you think it's something that rhymes with imagination that can also be like Russian and communist.
No. I can't. That's why I didn't go there. But like, I also kind of get that anti-hero vibe from her too. Like, she's kind of playing both sides against the middle here, because she obviously has feelings for Denji. Do
you think the feelings are legit?
I don't know. She could be, a Black Widow, like, I will use you to every fucking possible outcome here until I get my end goal. Like, she could be that, or she could have legitimate feelings, because, let's face it, she's essentially a teenage girl that, can't be controlled here,
I like the idea that she, like, because, okay, the middle part we see there with her, like, giving, like, Russian code. Have you seen season 3 of Stranger Things?
I have not.
Okay, so there's a scene in season 3 of Stranger Things that's very much like this, where, like, they're trying to decipher a Russian code or whatever, and like it's literally just like this. Like they say stuff like, we'll stop at the coffee shop for some tea, and then we'll take a stroll past the flowers, and it sounds just like someone talking about their day, but it all adds up to like an actual like code word, right? So like, you know what I mean? Like it's a coded plan, right? So the way she's talking, it makes me feel like she's like, I don't know, working for like the Russian government, which is possible. I mean, because like it could be something like the Russian government wants like certain like maybe that they're getting the intel that like Makima's people are getting the Gun Devil parts, and like her government wants them, and they sent her to like do like some mission to like steal them, or maybe like we see all the different devils that want the Chainsaw Man heart, like maybe maybe whoever she works for wants that, you know what I mean? But I have a feeling that I don't get the vibe that who she's working for is like straight up evil, where they're gonna be like, or at least she doesn't think so, right? I don't think she's like, oh, I'm just gonna take this guy, pretend to love him, and then just kill him and take his stuff. I like to hope that she genuinely is like disgusted with how shit's run in the Japanese government, and she's like, it's gonna be way better. Come with me. We're fighting on the good side, and whatever their like radical cause is, they believe it to be better than how it's being run now. Is how I assume.
Yeah, like here's the very, very dangerous side to this. Not only is she essentially like a child soldier here in a way, because let's face it, she's essentially a sleeper agent. It seems like. So yeah, just activates on a dime and goes fucking commando here, killing a what could have been a very, fucked up scene. Where we're seeing her face removed and eyeballs gouged out, and yeah.
Replaced with another fucked up scene. And I love, again, how this mangaka does it. He really shows the slow, agonizing detail of her choking him out and his legs twitching, and she's just like, shh, 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 hush, come on.
Hush, my child.
It's so good.
I'll be over soon. You're showing that child soldier here, but you're also doing it with a teenager who I don't know about you, Red, but as a teenager, I was a rebellious fuck that didn't listen to anything anybody said.
Oh, yeah, no, like I said, man, I think that as someone who's gotten more and more, the more you get into politics, the more exciting shit like this is, because she could totally be a member of, some crazy, radical group that, like political group, right? I love the idea that she's fighting for, I get the vibe that she is, fuck the establishment, but not in just in the edgy hot topic way, genuinely
the edgy hot topic way.
Fuck the establishment. My spirit animal is Gur from Invader Zim.
What the fuck did you smoke before this video? Your roommates must be on some good shit.
What are you talking about, bro? This is normal me.
You're extra today.
In a good way? Tell me it's in a good way.
In a good way.
Woohoo! All I had cheese balls. And one of them, really old, those, Kool-Aid things where you, twist the top off of them? They're, in a plastic bottle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, which it's just chemical water. So, I mean, maybe something was in that.
Was it laced from Flint?
Anyway, no, but I get the vibe.
2019, and Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water.
Yeah, I get the vibe that she's, just anti something about the way the government's run. Now what I don't get is the Russian stuff. Like I said, either she's genuinely working for hold on, either she's genuinely working for a Russian government, or maybe that's just actually her nationality. Because I think what I'd want the most, if I could choose, I just kind of want her to be part of kind of an. Trying to think of a good example. For some reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is Antifa, but I don't know if that's a good example. Like a group.
Oh God, no! Don't mention Antifa, Red.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad.
One commenter.
They're gonna come and throw fucking cement at our face. Just a group that's really radical in their beliefs, and they're super convinced that they're right about everything. I get, but more extreme, because I mean, look at the fucking world. They live in a world where just demons casually exist. So whereas our political groups that we consider extreme are people that throw cement milkshakes at people's faces. In a world of demons, extreme is no, I literally have Black Widow training.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I'm excited to see. Whenever I see a character like this, my first thought is I cannot wait to delve into their ideology. What does this woman believe in? What is her cause? What does she want to change in the world? What is she so passionate about? What does she want to do?
Is she willing to defect for love? Is she willing to drag Denji across country lines?
Yeah, and what is the reason? Does she genuinely want to free him, or is it just to use him? Because I really hope it's not the latter.
Evil women.
No. Okay. I was gonna have a sexist joke, oh, aren't they all? Okay.
Oh, such edge.
That's why I didn't do it, and then I did because I needed to explain my weird, awkward laughing.
I know you're doing it.
Incel humor up top. Okay.
Oh God.
Disclaimer: I'm making fun of them.
I know. Oh my word! I'm so confused at this point.
Do I gotta play the fucking South Park clip again?
I'm so confused at this point because, again, this fucking manga leaves you with no idea where it's going to go.
It's so good.
I love this manga to death, but at one chapter I like it to not be blue ballsing me. It's the world's greatest edging session.
No, bro. I mean, I just assume that, I don't know, I guess the best kind of manga answers questions while opening more, and the only time it shouldn't be opening more is at the end. So, you're going to be in a One Piece has been a constant 20-year-long edging session.
but at least it wraps up some things fast. Like here we are.
You're just being a big old baby. Like just
Listen,
I don't
bitch.
have this problem at all. It's just I enjoy it every week. I have no issue waiting and trying to find it.
Listen, bitch. I want at least one of these fucking reviews to not be us sucking its dick for 35 minutes.
Why would you want that? You want it to not be amazing?
I want to at least have some criticism in the video.
Never.
Then we're no better than the fucking worthless anime tubers we are trying to not be.
Listen, man, it wouldn't be good to like pretend.
We are turning into. We are turning
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Chibi.
You're telling me what do you want to do? Create like pretend criticism? If we don't like it, then just say what we actually believe.
What I wanted to start doing is wrapping up these plot threads from 10 chapters ago, like the eyeballs and stuff like that. I want to start diving more into Makima here. We've had our slice of life section, we had our little moment of tension, and now we need to start building into whatever this organization that hired the Typhoon Devil and all of this shit. We want to start dealing with that, but we also want to start diving into everything that was left behind, because we still have no real resolution between, Sensei and Makima. We still have no resolution.
It's called building shit up, man. Like you are actually kind of losing your mind. Like
I'm not losing my mind, Red.
Like what the? So, oh my god, it happened 10 chapters ago. I need an answer now. Like, bro, like I've read manga where shit's built up over years. Like,
so have I.
Jinbei was mentioned in volume 6 of One Piece, and he shows up in volume like fucking 40 something.
That. But this manga has a very erratic pacing of like we've wrapped stuff up in 2 chapters and we have stuff that's carried on this long. So I'd like
you're trying too hard to find something to criticize.
No, I'd like it to find a stable footing. So with the battles, they're like, oh, here's 2 chapters. It's a slice of life. We have 15, 16 of it, which I'm okay with because it's actually good. Unlike Ladder Bleach trying to recapture that lightning in a bottle. But I want to have like this established flow. So if we're going to go action, is it going to stay 2 chapters? Is it going to go, entire arcs like a My Hero Academia, way? Or are we going to have, fucking Naruto style if we get into a really long action arc where it's like, oh, here is, 2 chapters here. Here's a bunch of fucking filler of, this character's backstory and, this fucking bullshit over here.
Yeah, man. I mean, for the first time in a long time, I disagree with practically everything David's saying. Like, I don't understand why he would want a established flow. I think part of the beauty of the series is that it just kind of happens. Like, I can't predict when shit's gonna change. I can't predict what's gonna.
I get that, Red, but we also would have a better way to see where the anime is going, because we're getting to that area here where we're actually close to where it would be announced for an adaptation, because it's anywhere from 60 to 100 chapters. So then we could be like, okay, here is what'll be in episodes 1 through 12.
I don't
because
really need to know that. I don't care. Like, I think people are too focused on like thinking about shit before it happens. I just let it come and then read it when it happens.
And when we have shit like that, we have the Promised Neverland's adaptation.
Bro, you have thrown me off so much. Like I don't even know what you're talking about. Like this chapter's great. Like, I don't know what you're trying to find something to talk about. It's very strange to me. You're really throwing me off.
It's phenomenal fucking chapter, man. I'm not denying that. Everything that this manga is so far has been phenomenal, but I want to know where we're going to go from here. Like
that's what you read the next chapter for.
We can't do predictions on this series, motherfucker.
I am blown away at what you're saying to me right now. So it's like we just watched an episode and you're like, man, I love the series. I love everything about it. But my one complaint is that I just want to know what happens too badly. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, welcome to reading a series week to week. I'm sorry. That happens.
A staple is we can at least predict. With Ruby, with Promised Neverland, we can at least predict. With Chainsaw Man, we cannot fucking predict.
I don't need to be able to predict. I like it. Unpredictable is good.
Unpredictable is good until it starts driving you mad to the point where you're trying to
You sound like what is it? Like it's too much chaos for you. You can't handle it.
I'm here with my beautiful mind flow chart with little red ribbons all over.
Yeah, he's got like a fucking like sticky note conspiracy chart in his room. Like it's too unpredictable.
This over here was introduced 10 chapters ago, but
there's too many dangling plot threads.
Really, there's not. It's just me trying to be
losing your fucking mind.
It's me trying to be extra for the sake of being extra.
Stop it! It's so dumb. Like that whole segment was the dumbest shit in the world. Like I don't understand why. I'm like. It's like in fucking Bunny Man when like Gavin was like hiccuping and Michael was losing and he was like, I don't understand. You're saying this game is making you hiccup, and then like this is the same thing here. I'm like actually at a loss for what you like. Nothing about what you just did made sense.
It'll make a great blooper video.
Yeah. But like, let's not. I don't know. I don't want to have a reputation for the review channel that like, oh, well, we don't have a criticism, so we have to make one up. Like, why can't we just say what we want to say? Like, I don't want to formulate a review. I don't want to be fake. Can we just, like, be ourselves and enjoy it? Yeah.
But that's the part that annoys me with, shit like this. Like, you have the overly predictable and then you have the overly unpredictable. This series,
as long as I mean, so you really did mean as long as you're not, like, making up what you're, like you meant
right.
All of that?
I meant all of it, but I want it to be, like, a blooper clip. That's why I'm here, improving this on the fly. Oh, my word. But no, it's just, I love, that it's unpredictable as fuck, and you can edit in here. I love that it's unpredictable as fuck, but the one staple we've had on the channel is, like, the ability to, go on and formulate, a prediction segment, but Chainsaw Man has consistently never allowed us to really have that.
No. I disagree. I enjoy. I mean, in a lot of cases in the past, sure, but like with this one, I had plenty of predictions. I immediately came in and I was thinking about like possibilities of her being like a freedom fighter, working for a different government.
All of that, sure, but like story wise, like here we have still.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that makes it so fascinating to me, because like it really is just like there's no big goal. I mean, there's like the Gun Devil shit, but like really we're just following the life of this kid Denji here. Like and that's okay. It's like with My Hero Academia, it's like, well, okay, eventually they're gonna attack. All Might's gonna die. I really, really like, and I want you to see this, David. What's so special about this series is that it's just like. Every chapter is just like a day in the life of Denji. Let's just follow him around while he goes and, gets a burger at a fucking restaurant and meets a cute girl. And then shit just happens because that's his life. This series is Denji's life, period. We don't need to...
I understand that it's Denji's life, period. You don't need to manga-splain me. It's just...
Well, I mean, it's a video where we're going to disagree, and that makes good content, so...
I know it makes great content and all that, but, like...
Don't genuinely be angry at anything I'm saying.
Not.
Like, okay.
I'm not. Trust me. If I was angry.
It's hard to tell with your tone sometimes.
What really, really sets us apart is that it's truly that life story. It's masterfully written that way to where you're like, okay, so what fucking wacky bullshit's Denji going to deal with today? Is he going to fall in love and find out that he's got 3 women in his heart?
You know what I just realized? What this reminds me of, and I feel like you'll feel me on this? Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
It really is.
Because you couldn't think about reading that weekly. I don't even know if it came out weekly, but imagine it did, right? Like, you wouldn't be able to predict that. All you would know is, okay, well, he's got to beat the fucking 7 ex-boyfriends or whatever. But, like, other than that, like, the shit that happens in that series, unpredictable. It's following... So try to look at the series like that, because that's really what it is.
It's definitely got that parallel here. Instead of, the 7 boyfriends, we have the Gun Devil arc. And we don't even know if that's the final bad.
I guess it's just weird to me that, like, it feels like you have this need to, like, have this, like, hyper-awareness about it. Just, like, relax and enjoy the ride is how I look at it.
Yeah, but at the same time here, like, I'm trying to, and failing, obviously, is to a traditional Jump reader, this is the most wacky shit on the planet.
Apparently it's doing well. I mean, Jesus.
It is doing well, and that's what's really fucking bizarre.
People are sick of the same old.
Yeah, that's what I really want to do this other Jump video for that we've been talking about.
Sometime this weekend.
at this point, this is one of the top selling. And then something like Samurai 8 is just sitting there floundering at the bottom of the fucking charts.
The old guard is getting kicked out.
It's fucking beautiful that now we have this unpredictability aspect of like, and people can chastise me all they want for this. Like early Promised Neverland, we had that unpredictability, and then it became, something that's on a Samurai 8 level of shit.
And that's another thing I'll point out too, David. Like early days in the series, it's a lot more unpredictable because it's a whole new world we're dealing with, right? So so early days of Bleach, it's just he going from hollow to hollow, like so.
And then
I guess I'm just trying to figure out what you were trying to mean. Do you genuinely consider it a negative that you can't predict things?
Absolutely not. I find it fascinating to the point where I'm beautiful minding this shit. Like,
so did I misunderstand? I just want to clarify.
Oh,
I took that
did.
whole thing as like you complaining about that. I feel like we had a massive misunderstanding there.
Oh, we definitely did. That's why I'm like, what the fuck are you going on about? Like, why
hurt
are you
my
so
brain
annoyed?
so fucking bad. I was like, David, like this is piss. It was getting a little annoying because I thought you were just like saying. I was like, what the fuck are you saying?
It sounds bitchy because I wanted it to sound bitchy. But it's not me bitching.
You straight up broke my brain there. I was like so confused.
I'm apparently very good at improving an angry fan. But it's really fucking bizarre. Like, we have a very, very clear shift in Jump here where you have, your generic series doing well-ish, My Hero, and yes, I'm calling it generic because it's just a battle shonen. You have stuff like Kimetsu no Yaiba doing really well. That before the anime, it really wasn't doing as good as it is now, which proves that the anime adaptation can do it. And then you have shit like this.
Yeah.
It's a literal shit post of a manga series.
I wouldn't even call it a shit post. Like, it's genuinely good. I mean, like, there are times it's shit posty, but like...
Yeah. When? I kick!
Yeah, that is. No, I mean, I agree with you. There's a sense of like the new era of manga, there's a sense that it doesn't have to take itself as seriously, right? Like, I feel like people realize now that like fiction, I don't know, like in the past, like fiction is like kind of adhered itself to certain rules, like, oh well, obviously you got to look cool. Like, okay, so like let's talk about like in the 80s and 90s, like, oh man, the main characters, they got to be buff and muscly. But as time went on, like people realized like, oh, cool can be like you could make like a fucking like lolly girl a badass. You could make like a wiry, skinny, like anorexic looking man. You can try to wait until I'm done talking because then we just loop over each other. You can make like a skinny like fucking like anorexic dude look bad at and like as we go on here, like you see manga like this where it's like we can make like a main character that wouldn't even be considered main character material a long time ago, a lazy dude who like doesn't even want to do much, and he's not like he's not dumb in like the funny Goku-y way, he's dumb in like a totally different way. So like I agree with your point in the shitposty direction because like manga is really able to just kind of be more open and free with less restraints, it seems, these days. Go ahead.
Yeah, like, you're saying, like, you can make a lolly look badass. I mean, look at Tanya. You look at all of these really fucking, barely breaking into the mainstream manga and anime here. From fucking idiots like Kazuma from Konosuba. You got fucking...
Gender equality!
Right, like, you got fucking, like, Einzun Gol from Overlord, a literal skeleton fucking... I don't even know what to
skeleton groping a tit in the first episode.
I don't even know what to classify him as on a chapter-to-chapter basis. Like, he's obviously an asshole, he's obviously, this, worthless fucking villain at times, and then he has his genuine moments of, where he's good to an extent. He's kind of like the Deadpool of manga. Like, you have so many fucking things breaking this goddamn trend of what's normal, and it's a beautiful time to be a fan of manga.
Yeah, it's kind of like the when you learn about art, right? Like, there was an era where like all art was like really realistic paintings, and then like the was it called the Impressionist era, or like there was an era where all of a sudden people got bored of that, and then people started painting wacky shit, and people were like, hell yeah, something new. We're kind of in that era of manga, right? Where it's like we're in an era where it's kind of encouraged to go outside of the norm. And yeah, you're right, it is a good time to be a manga fan. So I guess ending this off, any thoughts on like just where... I think that we could see some cool things here, because one of the reasons that I got really hyped about the end of this chapter here is she says to Denji, oh, run away with me and be free with it. Don't let them control you. And my immediate response was like I was speaking as Denji, like, I would, but Makima would definitely hunt me down and kill me immediately.
Yeah.
Like, let's remember that. If this happens, Makima will 100% be like, all right, killing Denji now. It's time. Yeah. This bitch dead. So, like, there's going to be a beautiful moment. These two women, at some point, are going to interact. And there's going to be an amazing clash of ideals, because I have a funny feeling that they are exact opposites when it comes to ideals and what they believe in.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be a beautiful... this would be the perfect chapter for you to solo review, because you can dive into it fully politically.
Well, I can do that with you. There's nothing stopping me doing it with you.
I know, but I'm like, that is the chapter for you.
Oh, don't worry. Like, that's the beauty. Like, there are... at that point, like, I'll do my rant, and then you'll chime in occasionally with a dumb joke, and I'll be like, and then I'll continue my rant.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to be the backseat bitch for that chapter. Like,
yeah, so, like, I'll come in with the fucking political analysis, and then you'll come in with, like, but look at her tits, though.
Fuck you. That's probably accurate.
Oh, man. I hope someone takes that clip and then, like, puts it side by side with the future review.
I really, really want to know. So, since he's a Typhoon Devil and he's basically in a storm drain, did he just literally flush the body down the drain?
Yeah, dispose of this for me, please. He could have just, like... have you ever seen what a pressure washer will do to a fucking, like, flesh?
Yeah?
He might have just fucking,
I've been on Reddit 50-50, my dude.
He might have just, like, pressure wash, pulverized this body to goop.
Ugh. Oh.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where this is going. Like, because I'm immediately fascinated with because again, the ideology of these two main Whammon characters are so fucking good. Because, like, they both have me fascinated in what they believe in and what, like, their vision of the world is. And I'm very excited to see that play out. So, yeah, I guess with that, that's peace to me.
You see the cruel, not giving a shit from Makima, and then you see this really, like, wholesome side from Rize.
You see wholesome sides from both of them. That's the fascinating part.
You see wholesome sides from both of them, but one just fucking MMA killed a dude,
and the other one crushes people from afar with weird voodoo contract magic,
and rips people's eyeballs out. I still want to know what the fuck is going on with the eyeballs.
Yo, this is the fucking... Makima walks into your apartment with, like, a fucking McDonald's bag full of eyeballs. GG, it's over.
No, get the knife away from me, goddammit!
Oh, sorry, I mixed up the fucking bag with the french fries with the eyeball bag. I'm so sorry.
Oh!
They're very well cleaned.
Oh, God, no!
You know in Naruto when fucking Itachi had the eyeball container? Like, hold on, Sasuke, I gotta rip out your eye real quick, and I have this specially prepared eyeball fucking flask for it.
Oh.
Anyway, peace?
Peace!